Welcome to Sheikh Hamdan's Fans official channel, your premier destination for the latest updates on the captivating life of Sheikh Hamdan and the intriguing royal family dynamics. Recently, Sheikh Hamdan shared a romantic poem on his Instagram account, and today we're thrilled to dive into the emotional journey of a young woman, torn between love, lies, and the pursuit of truth. As she stood before the mirror, the stunning wedding dress shimmered under the boutique lights, a vision of white lace and delicate embroidery. But her hands trembled, and her heart pounded with emotions too tangled to decipher. The words of her beloved still echoed in her mind, a promise, a plea, a command. "I want to see you in that beautiful wedding dress." He had spoken with conviction, as if their future was already sealed, as if nothing could ever break them apart. But now, staring at her own reflection, she felt like an imposter in a fantasy that no longer belonged to her. The past weeks had been a whirlwind of chaos, a maelstrom of thoughts that kept her awake at night, twisting in bed with doubts she couldn't silence. It wasn't just about the wedding, it was about the intricate web of lies, secrets, and unspoken truths that had led her to this moment. Love was supposed to be simple, wasn't it? Two people choosing each other, standing against the world together. But reality was a far cry from fairy tales, and she had learned that the hard way. As she gazed into the mirror, she knew she had a choice to make: to conform to the expectations of others or to forge her own path, no matter how uncertain it may seem. As she lifted the dress from the hanger, her fingers danced across the intricate lace, stirring memories of the day she had chosen it. He had been by her side, his eyes shining with adoration, his smile captivating. "This one," he had whispered, his voice filled with conviction. "You'll look breathtaking." And she had believed him, believed that their love was unshakable. But life had a way of shattering illusions. A knock on the door broke the spell, and she turned, her heart racing like a wild animal. "Are you ready?" The voice outside was familiar, yet laced with hesitation. She swallowed hard, her eyes locked on the dress, her mind reeling with doubts. "Ready?" The question echoed in her mind like a mantra. Was she truly prepared to walk down the aisle, to bind herself to a man who had betrayed her trust? The zipper of the dress seemed to mock her, its smooth glide a stark contrast to the turmoil brewing inside. The dress fit perfectly, a flawless silhouette that belied the turmoil within. As she stared at her reflection, the wedding dress seemed to suffocate her, its beauty tainted by the weight of lies and expectations. Her breath hitched, her heart pounding in her chest. Was she really going to do this? Was she really going to marry the man who had shattered her dreams? The questions swirled, a maelstrom of doubt and fear. Another knock, louder this time, broke the spell. "I'm coming," she called, her voice barely steady. She forced herself to move, stepping toward the door with the trepidation of a prisoner walking to her execution. As she turned the knob, she was met with a pair of concerned eyes. "You okay?" The question was a lifeline, a reminder that she wasn't alone in this nightmare. I attempted to summon the flames of hatred, to burn away the memories, to curse her name with every breath. But love, once genuine, refuses to be extinguished. It lingers, a ghostly ember, even in the ruins of heartbreak. She left an inflammable void within me, a hollowed-out space where dreams once dwelled. Yet, in that desolate landscape, I discovered a glimmer of liberation. Her departure set free a part of me, a part that had been shackled to the whims of love. For even broken hearts, still beating with a fragile rhythm, still a dream, still ache, and still learning to climb. The shards of love may pierce, but they also teach us to rise anew. One woman broke my heart, a painful truth. Yet, in the crucible of heartbreak, I've been reborn, renewed. The fragments of my heart, once shattered, now mend with a newfound strength. One woman broke my heart in two, a love so profound, yet so untrue. But in the aftermath, I've discovered a resilient spirit, a heart that still beats, still loves, and still soars. In the warmth of her touch, I found solace. She clasped my hands, her eyes locking onto mine, as she vowed to stand by me forever. But like the fleeting dawn, she disappeared, leaving only shadows. Her words were a gentle breeze, soothing my soul. Her voice, a melodic serenade, entranced me, and I was helpless to resist. She crafted dreams, building majestic castles in the sky, only to abandon me, lost and bewildered. I chased the ghosts of our memories, tracing the footprints we once made in the sand. But time, cruel and unforgiving, erased each one, leaving only the faintest whispers of what once was. She whispered sweet nothings, her breath a warm caress against my skin. But like autumn's leaves, she withered and fell, leaving only the icy grip of winter's snow. In the desolate landscape of my soul, I whispered her name, but the winds responded with a haunting whisper, a hollow echo that mocked my longing. The dreams we crafted, the plans we wove, now drifted like phantoms in the fading light of day. Her laughter lingered, a bittersweet melody that bound me to the memories of our past. Yet, even the sharpest pangs of sorrow must yield to the passage of time, and love, like autumn's leaves, withers and falls. Though she shattered my heart, leaving me lost and forsaken, I rose again, my spirit unbroken. For even the most fractured hearts can heal, can find solace in the warmth of a new. One woman left an indelible mark on my soul, a scar that would remain long after the wounds had healed. She kissed my lips, then vanished, leaving only the faintest whisper of her presence. I built my world upon the promise of her love, a flame that burned bright, but ultimately flickered out. She was my guiding star, my beacon in the darkness, yet our love was not destined to last. She swore her devotion, her heart stitched to mine, but the threads of fate unraveled, and love, like a candle's flame, burned out. I held her close, but love can be a cage, a prison that confines the heart. She yearned for horizons I couldn't see, and left me with only the echoes of my own heartbeat. The nights grew cold, the silence oppressive, and I searched for solace in the melodies of a song. Yet, even music's balm couldn't heal the scars of love that had withered beneath the stars. I stand today, a traveler who's navigated the twists and turns of love's journey. But I've come to realize that love is not a destination, it's a fleeting whisper that can vanish in the blink of an eye. One woman shattered my heart, but in the shards of that brokenness, I discovered a truth. Love is a force that builds, breaks, and transforms. It's a flame that flickers, yet in its warmth, a new man emerges. Her touch was a gentle breeze, her eyes a radiant sunrise. But like the seasons, love can fade, leaving only the whispers of what once was. She whispered secrets, her breath a soft caress against my skin. But vows, like the ocean's foam, dissolve, leaving the heart to navigate the turbulent waters of loneliness. I'm left to chase the shadows of our love, the echoes of memories that haunt my soul. The scent of our love still lingers, a bittersweet reminder of what's lost. I beg the winds to bring her back, to fill the void, to mend the cracks. But the echoes of the night whisper a different truth. She's gone, and she won't return. And so, I walk this road alone, through fields of love that once bloomed. She shattered my heart, but not my soul. From the shattered pieces, I'll rise, whole and renewed. This is my life, a tapestry woven from the threads of love, loss, and transformation. Life's foundations can shatter, the very core of our being can be blown away, leaving us shattered and lost. One woman's silence was the catalyst for my heart's destruction, a quiet so profound it drained the night of its meaning. She had once sworn her love, her laughter intertwining with mine like the tender shoots of a vine. But I've since learned that love can wear a disguise, a fleeting ember that flickers, then dies. She etched gentle dreams upon my skin, whispering promises of tomorrows yet to come. But in the space between breaths, she chose a path that diverged from mine, leaving only the echoes of what once was. No thunderclap marked the end, no doors slammed shut, no final words were spoken. Just an absence, a void where her presence once was, a lover turned to memory. I searched for her in the fading light, in the echoes of our sweetest moments, but love, once lost, does not return. It only haunts, a quiet presence that lingers. She shattered my heart, leaving me bare and bleeding. Yet, the world did not collapse, the sky still bloomed, and time still passed. One moment broke my heart, but in its fragments, I found a glimmer of resilience. Amidst the ruins of love, a spark remains, a testament to the human heart's capacity to heal. For even in the darkest moments, when shards of shattered dreams pierce the soul, love's essence lingers. One woman's touch ignited a flame, a passion that burned bright, yet ultimately proved false. She enveloped me in her warmth, only to release me, like the fleeting grip of winter's chill. Her voice whispered sweet nothing, her caress a gentle breeze that soothed my soul. In her eyes, stars shone bright, illuminating the endless expanse of night. I vowed she'd be my guiding star, my heart's safe haven. But love, like a chameleon, can deceive, its colors shifting with the seasons. And so, our love faded, like autumn's leaves, slipping silently into the shadows. In the aftermath of her departure, I'm left to navigate the ruins of my inner world. The memories of our love still linger, a haunting echo that refuses to fade. I've called out her name in the emptiness, but the only response is the whispered mockery of the wind. She's gone, and I'm left to pick up the pieces of a heart that's been shattered. The love we shared, once a beacon of hope, now casts a shadow that threatens to consume me. Yet, even in the midst of heartbreak, I find solace in the knowledge that love, though painful, is a risk worth taking. For in its depths, I've discovered a resilience that refuses to be extinguished. One woman may have left, but love remains, a constant presence that whispers promises of a new dawn. Though she broke my heart, I'll rise again, for love is not a destination, but a journey that unfolds with each passing day. In the silence, I've come to realize that love's absence can be a cruel teacher. It strips away the illusions, leaving only the harsh truth. But even in its cruelty, love reveals its transformative power, a power that can reshape the contours of the heart. The memories of our love still linger, a bittersweet reminder of what could never be. But I'll hold on to the hope that someday, love will find me again, and I'll be made whole. A single moment, a solitary decision, and my world was shattered. Yet, from the fragments of my heart, I've discovered a resilience I never knew I possessed. The love that once was may have vanished, but its legacy remains, a testament to the human heart's capacity to endure. Pain, though it cuts deep, is a temporary visitor. It will not stay. And though the memories of what once was may linger, they will not define me. For I have learned that even in the darkest moments, there is a way forward, a path that winds through the shadows and into the light. In the end, it was not the love that broke me, but the loss that made me whole. For in the silence that followed, I discovered a strength I never knew I had, a heart that could heal, and a soul